We're monitoring dangerous winter weather from coast to coast. Heavy rain and flooding turned deadly in California, where at least 6 people have died. Mud and debris blocked roads. The storms also prompted school closures and evacuations on the East Coast. Crews are preparing for heavy snow and freezing rain as the system moves towards the Northeast. CBS News weather producer David Parkinson is here to give us a forecast. David, what can you tell us?
Hey there, Rena. This is a large and complicated storm. Just how large? 31 states under some sort of a winter weather advisory. Yeah, there's one county in eastern Oregon that's under it. But the majority of this storm system will be impacting the plains into the Midwest. And then as we slide this map over, you'll see it continues all the way to the East Coast, all the way to Maine. We've got winter storm watches and warnings there. This is a first round. This is not the main storm. This is just what you saw this morning, but there's a whole lot more behind it. So let's show you what the timing looks like for this storm in terms of the track, right? So it's still snowing a little bit over the Rockies, over the Wasatch. They've got a couple feet of snow, so that's good news. But then we watch the main storm system right here, blizzard conditions potentially from Omaha down to Kansas City into parts of Iowa, and then the snow starts going Saturday morning in Chicago. Could actually see some sort of lake effect on the back end of this because that's the way the winds come off of this storm. But then Saturday afternoon into evening, that's when the storm makes its way to the East Coast. And then watch this. We've got to watch this area of orange. That's mixing. So here's what's going on. This is going to be freezing rain. This is going to be sleet, and that's going to be really treacherous and perhaps some rain, and then maybe some snow on the back end for some East Coast cities. But for northern New England, it's all snow, and it's a lot. How much snow are we talking about? We are talking about big totals far north once this thing clears out by Monday overnight. So here's a look at your snow totals. You can see just a couple of inches. Chicago, maybe 6 inches. But yeah, in New York City, we're probably looking at around 3 inches. That's a generous number. 6 inches in Boston. You go out to 128, you're probably up to 9 inches. You go out beyond 495, you're probably over a foot. But then once you get into the Green Mountains, into the Catskills, that's 2 feet of snow. Could even get to 30 inches in parts of the Green Mountains there. And then back into Pennsylvania, this might be a little bit aggressive as we think warm air is going to work into. But we're watching out for this main area right here in Connecticut and the Hudson Valley of New York for some icing. That's something that we're really watching out for. So that's the area that we're most concerned could be seeing the dangerous icing, which means either sleet or freezing rain sticking to roads. It's really hard to chop up if you need to shovel things. It's awful for your snowblowers as well. So that's really a concern there. The other thing that we're watching is just how this is going to go down, right? So it's going to start as snow, and then it's going to switch over to that mix. And the reason for that, the reason why you're going to get this dangerous ice is something called warm air advection. What happens is you get warm air over top of cold air. So you have it starting out cold to high up in the atmosphere, then it melts, and then it refreezes right at the ground. And that's what's so dangerous about it, instead of it being cold the entire way down. So that's what's really going to be causing the concerns out of this storm. And then behind it, just about the coldest air we've had in about a year. Your wind chill temperatures in New York City on Monday morning could be negative 19. And if you're in Vermont, because you think skiing's great with 2 feet of snow, well, try a wind chill of negative 35. But yeah, so I just want to show, this is the one really important thing here quickly. This is your surface temperatures, right? So the cutoff here of where you see the color, that's 32 degrees. But then if we advance this map, I'll show you where the actual freezing is above the ground in the clouds. Look at how much farther north it is. That's a good 30, 40 miles of mixing sleet and freezing rain. That's why we're really concerned about this storm.
Nobody wants to ski in negative 35-degree temperature.
No, you've got to bundle up literally every inch of your skin or you get frostbite in about 10 minutes.
I believe that. David Parkinson, thank you so much for the forecast.
Sure thing.